That's killer. Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project, bringing you a grand solar minimum update. January 12th, midnight, Mountain Time. GFS models looking fine as a double-layer Midwestern storm pummels the upper 48. It's looking great. In fact, as the models conclude 10 days out, 45 states in the U.S. are predicted to get snow. 45 states, and they said it would never happen. 6 of those states predicted to get 24 inches or more, and others over 5 feet predicted. Currently, over the next 24 hours, 15 states with 2,500 counties under winter storm warning and watch. Keep calm. It's boom time. Snow closes schools, snarls traffic in Missouri. It was miserable. It's a mess. Biggest snowstorm in years, brings up to 1 foot and closes major interstates. This guy's putting out grass seed on the sidewalk. Heavy snow fell across the region Friday, prompting early dismissal at area schools and pre-treating of roads and bridges as residents brace for up to 1 foot of snow. That would put it in the top 5 ever in the St. Louis snowfall total history. Snow was expected to fall throughout the night and most of the day Saturday before tapering off later in the day. A snowfall rate of 1 inch an hour would mean 9 to 12 inches in many inches by midday, according to KTVI Fox 2. As commuters hit the road, many of them leaving work early, traffic snarled on many roads. Even major roadways were snow covered as plows couldn't keep up with it. Here's your stormfall forecast, 7 to 11 inches. St. Louis and surrounding areas. Heads up, Bowling Green, Litchfield, Effingham. 7 to 11 inches of global warming goodness possible in the 5 on your side viewing area. Winter storm warning continues into Saturday night. That's 24 hours from my bloviating voice. St. Louis, snow is starting to spread in from the west and southwest. It will pick up intensity through Friday afternoon into the evening, which is now. The latest forecast is showing totals up to 11 inches. A winter storm warning went into effect for the St. Louis area on Friday afternoon. You try to do it that fast. Snow expected all day Saturday. South suburbs of Chi-Town could see up to 7 inches. Joliet, Ottawa, Kankakee. Heads up, Gary. You got a big black spot to the north of you. Chi-Town, Sunday Times, MediaWire. Snow expected to move over the Chi-Town region through the day Saturday. Could drop 7 inches on the south side of the suburbs. That's alliteration for you novices. And northwest Indiana. Heads up, Mr. Crouch. You're going to be crouching in your igloo. Snowfall is expected to start about midnight near Pontiac and make its way northeast through Saturday morning, according to the National Weather Service. O'Hare International Airport totally fluxed. Expected to see snow sometime between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. when rich starts go to the islands. It may continue through 9 p.m. Saturday with accumulations of up to 7 inches. The Weather Service said areas along and south of I-80 in Illinois and northwest Indiana will be hit the hardest. While Chi-Town could get an inch or two, and the north subs could see it less than an inch, much of central Illinois was forecast to receive 6 to 8 inches of Al Gore's nightmare. Heads up, Illinois. You're going to be annoyed. Major snowstorm to snarl travel from St. Louis to Cincinnati this weekend. Let's see what they're doing. What are they doing? Are they crooked? Holy shit. This is amazing footage. Directly from Missouri. Let's pause it. This is definitely going to add insult to injury here. Motorists along Interstate 44, 64, and 70 corridors of the Plains and Midwest can expect a slow and slippery journey as snowstorm unfolds into the weekend. For many areas, this will be a long-duration winter storm over 24 hours of global warming goodness continuously pummeling your area. As we shut this down. Whew. Wow, it's going to come back on. Heavy snow arrived in St. Louis early Friday afternoon, causing significant travel disruptions for the Friday evening commute. Some motorists were stuck on I-44 for hours due to widespread accidents and snow-covered highways.
Funds meant for disaster relief projects like the California wildfires.
In many areas from Missouri to southern Ohio, northern Kentucky, and western West Virginia, this will be the biggest snowfall in what has been a lean, cold weather season so far for some locations. Heads up. Top 5 predicted by the Oppenheimer Ranch Project in St. Louis. Happening now. Snow spreads through Saturday. Slippery roads, poor visibility. Kansas City, Chi-Town, St. Louis, Indianapolis, Charleston, West Virginia. Heads up. Places such as Louisville, Kentucky, Huntington, Indy, and Cincy have received a couple inches of snow less this year. But they're picking up what we're putting down, and the totals are increasing. Snow and wintry mix are forecast to spread across the Ohio Valley states during Friday night and reach parts of Ohio and eastern Kentucky during Saturday morning. When you wake up, it will be snowing. The snow will continue through much of the day Saturday over the Central Plains and may continue into Saturday night over a portion of the Middle Mississippi Valley and into Sunday over parts of the Ohio Valley. Say it ain't snow, but it is. Enough snow to shovel and plows is forecast from central Kansas to much of Missouri, northern Arkansas, central and southern Illinois, much of Indiana, central northern Kentucky, central and southern Ohio, and much of West Virginia, continuing into the Atlantic Ocean, making for a 1,500-mile swath of Al Gore's global warming goodness. A general 3 to 6 inches of snow is likely in the swath. However, a huge path of over 10,000 square miles will get 6 to 12 inches or more, and that's over 3 states, and that's your fates. St. Louis is in the bullseye. Kansas City, you're in it. Heads up. And winter's just beginning. Multiple storms following this one. 5 more before we even get to spring, and those are going to be happening into spring. And that's a ding-ding. Check out the totals developing, and let's rock it down. This blizzard is going to move east, and by Sunday, it's going to hit Philly. Boom! See that? And all weekend is going to be sick skiing in the southern Appalachians. So by Sunday, Philly and South Jersey are going to be hit, and the snow moves into Southern California. And watch what happens in the Sierras through your Tuesday, Wednesday. Oh my goodness. By Thursday morning, the Sierras are going to be experiencing high avalanche warnings, flooding in the valleys. It's going to be epic. And then a second system builds in the northwest, dumping down into Utah through the Four Corners region and back across the same hit areas. And boom. Epic relief to the drought in the west. And a snow forecast that is the best, especially if you've been predicting it for years. Weekend storm for the Midwest to Mid-Atlantic. Wet upcoming week for California. A widespread winter storm is expected to impact portions of the Midwest to the Mid-Atlantic states this weekend. Heavy snow and freezing rain will produce hazardous travel conditions through the southeast as the storm system progresses into the Ohio and Tennessee Valley before giving way to a developing coastal low along North Carolina, which will dust the mountains of the southern Appalachians with quite a considerable amount of snow. Meanwhile, an onslaught of moisture will take aim at California early in the week and dump meters of snow in the Sierra Crest. And we're going to be watching it. We're going to be reporting on it. And finally, those environmentalists in California are going to shut the front door about lack of moisture. There's a seal in the road. Have you heard about this? There are now seals in the road because of global warming. Canadian town inundated with stranded seals after waters suddenly freeze. Too thick for them to get through. Dozens of seals have been stranded in a Canadian town as nearby waters suddenly froze, blocking traffic and entrances to the homes and businesses of the seals. 2 of the animals in Roddickton, Biddy Am, Newfoundland, died after being struck by cars, and there are concerns others will starve to death. So if you see a seal, bring him inside, give him a sip of brandy and a tin of tuna. Yeah, that's tonight's first boom to compassionate humans. Don't run them over. And if you do, bring them into your house and butcher them because they're delicious. You don't want to leave that seal blubber. Unless you already have too much blubber and your nickname is Flubber. And that's a boom right about, yeah, right there. That's a boom. Sorry, Johnny. Boom! Heads up. Keep calm. Some are sicker than others. If you hit a dead animal, you don't need to feel sorry for it. You can bring it home and eat it. They're delicious. Sorry about that. My apologies. We're about to get to the rest of the update. If we can get it down. Earth, moon, boom. Heads up. Look at the snow totals in Europe. In Norway, especially. This is 10 feet of snow. And the Alps are no different. Continuous weather models are shocking. Europe's shocking 10-day snowfall totals are shocking. Shockingly shocking. North Africa, Spain, and the UK. Hey, Europe braces as yet another big winter storm looks to set to smash into the continent. Latest GFS runs shows monster snow totals look to set to bury the majority of Europe during the second half of January, adding to the misery an already record accumulation seen in eastern and southern parts of the previous weeks of the maps. You remember we talked British and shit? Yeah, it's going to get worse, and we're going to talk more England. Queen Mother is turning in her grave. Turkey to Israel, Jordan on alert for unusually cold winter storm next week. Around Tuesday and Wednesday of next week, a potent storm will take aim at areas from Turkey to Israel and into Jordan. There's Jerusalem. Yes, for all you Jesus freaks, that's the spot. While the exact details will be finessed in the coming days, widespread snow, rain, strong winds, and plunging temperatures are expected to accompany the storm from Tuesday into Wednesday. Snow or rain changing into snow is expected to sweep from west to east across most of Turkey these days, leading to a far-reaching impacts travel and daily routines. These people don't have winter coats. Turkey, Istanbul, Jerusalem, heads up. Travel disruptions, gusty winds, and rough seas. Record conditions. Heavy snow buries many regions in Japan. But they're still all shopping. Heavy and widespread snow fell along the Sea of Japan coast as well as central and eastern regions throughout the week, with the weather agency warning dangerous winds across the archipelago even after the snow subsides. 31 inches of powdered global warming goodness was recorded in Niigata Prefecture and 55 centimeters in Nagano Prefecture in just 24 hours near Tokyo. The first snow of the season was observed in Kumayaga in Satamaya Prefecture. And these people are fluxed. They said don't go out if you've never seen snow before because you don't know what to do out there. Boom! The new Madrid is rocking. We're about to get to it. If we have the bandwidth, let's plug it back in. Stick it right in there. 5.3, the most recent quake kicking up here as the Indian plate sucks under China and we have the Himalayas here and boom! 5.3 in Kashi, China. That's how that works. We got a trembler in the Greece region near Lindsay Lohan, 4.4. Boom! Triple junction in the Kamchatka, which won't light up. There it is, Russia, 4.7. More quakes in Hawaii. What else is new? Indonesia. This is near the Sunda Strait, but not related to Krakatau. But we're about to show you some amazing footage of the missing island in just moments. Stick with us. Lilburn, Missouri, 2.9. There have been 11 quakes in 7 days on the Appalachian Fault, above 2.5. And we're watching it. It's officially an uptick. The Appalachian Fault Zone is officially in an uptick. The last time this happened was 1 year and 4 months ago. And now we're going to be watching this closely to see if it moves up into the 15 quakes range. And then we're going to push an alarm. But not before we get to 20 quakes in 7 days. Take a look. Pretty quiet out there. And that's good news. And this is what was once Ana Krakatau. You're looking at it. And prior to that name, it was Krakatoa. Now what you can see here, this chocolate milk in the ocean here, that is all of the soil that is no longer on the island. There's only a little bit of vegetation that appears to be at all over here, if that is vegetation, but I don't think there is any existing remnants of the original island prior to December 23rd. All of it is new. This is a brand new island with this weird green lake, which you do not want to go swimming in. And let's take a look at what the newest island on the planet looks like. Well, actually, I'm going to turn the music off because it's probably copyright. And we'll describe the geology. So this is an old caldera, which is now quelled. We still have steaming and outgassing. And somewhere between this particular caldera, the Earth's catastrophe cycle is a cycle. Time immemorial. It will continue. Volcanoes will continue to explode. Now, they typically explode only 30 a year, but we had 52 blow up last year. Will there be 70 this year, and will the additional 20 be VEI 5 or higher? It's anyone's guess. It's our guess that one of them in 2019 will erupt VEI 5 or higher, and it will probably be in Iceland. If it's not in Iceland, it will be in Indonesia. Or, third choice, the Kamchatka Peninsula. But there's always Cleveland volcano and the entire Aleutian chain. Proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance. Come give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Rade Aldiano. Tell him Diamond sent you. I don't think he speaks English. But that doesn't matter. Share the love. That's why we're here. No fear. And even after my rant last night about the Roman Catholic Church and the ruse of religion, I only got 4 emails. It didn't even affect my day. I answered them all. Well, 4 emails about my rant, I mean. Vaccine shot killed famed cancer doctor in mere minutes from total organ failure. This is coming out from the BBC. Royal Marsden leading cancer expert Martin Gore dies. This is right after he got an injection for malaria. Total organ failure. Now, that could be karma, because he pushed all of the globalist pharmacopoeia nonsense, chemotherapy BS, and he got what he deserved by taking the vaccine that he recommended. Can you imagine that? Are you a puppet to the master? Martin Gore was, and he's dead. Or are you a humanist and surviving and working for your own future that you will thrive in because you will be self-sufficient? It takes a decade to do that. So if you start now, you may run out of time, but at least you will have started. Did you know in 1704, Isaac Newton predicted the world will end during the next magnetic reversal? Of course you didn't. Why would anyone tell you that fact? Would you still have all your money in the bank? Would you still be living in that high-rise apartment in Singapore? I doubt it. You would be getting the most rural plot of land and saving you and your family's lives. But it's true. We have become quite used to pronouncements of doom from scientists predicting the sixth mass extinction due to measurable effects of climate change. But we know that's BS. And it's all because of a narrative that's been hidden time immemorial since the beginning of time. And even Sir Isaac Newton was well aware of the time frame. More nonsense. Earth's magnetic pole is on the move fast, and they don't know why. Well, I suggest you watch my video from last night, because when the magnetic pole quickly moves in one direction, it means it's reversing. And every geologist knows magnetic reversals are regular occurrences. That's where the plate tectonic theory came from. It proved that mid-ocean ridges were spreading. And it's now proving where we're heading. And it's boom time. Only the sun is going to micronova. The earth is not going to blow up. But here's more proof that the control mechanism does not want you to know the truth. They're about to flood a 12,000-year-old town under a lake. Do you think they did all the archaeology necessary to uncover the facts? Or maybe this town is hiding something that they don't want you to know. It's so obvious that they're going to flood it. And I bet you scuba diving will be illegal. Elon Musk shows off his newly assembled Starship, and it looks like a bunch of aluminum foil. Is that Elon? LeakCon 2019. If you're trying to book rooms that are with our special allotment, they've been sold out. So I'm working with the Marriott Tech Center to acquire another block of 40 rooms for all of the people that are trying to get that discount rate and all of the new people that are buying tickets in January, especially VIPs. If you take advantage of this, we're all going to be staying in the same place. So even if you're a VIP, after the VIP banquet Saturday, we will be able to mingle into the night and smoke the cannabis. Now, Hemp Lucid has created our own website about a year ago. If you didn't know about it, it's linked below every video. And it's the only place you can get 20% off all Hemp Lucid products in the entire store. If you're a VIP, your ticket will be paid for in Hemp Lucid products alone. Not to mention the other perks you get. Reserved seating for all talks. Front row. You get access to all the special, limited workshops with 3 of our top speakers, including D'Souza. So if you want to get in on those limited workshops, you need to go VIP. It allows you opportunity to have private time with every single one of the speakers, as well as front row seating for every single one of the talks, as well as the $26,000 banquet, which is blowing my mind, because that's a lot of money. So support our sponsor, Hemp Lucid, and support your health. This is a plant you can learn to grow, you can seed save, and you can learn to make your own medicine. So if it works for you, you can continue to make it work for you in the future when Hemp Lucid doesn't have a factory and a hemp farm in Colorado. where they can make medicine for you because you're busy slaving away for the man. Hope you got something out of the video. Some people are not that smart. But that's why you're watching the channel. Proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance in the grand solar minimum. We have 2 decades till the magnetic reversal. It will continue to get worse and worse, cascading effects as the magnetosphere wanes, as volcanic eruptions darken the skies and cool the earth, make it difficult for agriculture in certain regions. If you're not ready, if you're not prepared with a rigid greenhouse, knowledge of growing food, wild crafting, wild edibles in a community where others can support you because they have sheep's milk and they wild harvest mushrooms, or they're expert elk hunters or butchers. If you don't have heavy equipment and biodiesel and excess natural gas and continuous flowing clean water from the Continental Divide, what do you have? Be safe.